I was thinking, what could I ferment for Christmas? One of our granddaughters came over to help decorate the Christmas tree the other day. And we have these red beads on the Christmas tree that are our garland. And she said, Gigi, that's what the grandkids call me. She said, Gigi, what are these red beads? And I said, you know, some people actually string cranberries to make a garland for their Christmas tree. Here in Florida it would probably rot in a couple days, but I imagine up north maybe some people still do that. So that gave me an idea. I had seen some recipes for fermenting cranberries, so I think we're gonna try it. Hi, welcome to Wild Coffee Homestead. My name's Bonnie, and I'm so glad you could come along on this fermenting journey. I told you guys I was on a roll, so I'm down to my last easy fermenter lid. So I had gotten a sample of one of the silicone ones, so I'm using that today. After that, looks like I'm going to have to wait till some of my other ferments are done to keep going. But we are going to ferment something that sounds so yummy, some cranberries, and they're going to have cinnamon, ginger, and honey. Fermenting them, which sounded just amazing to me. I can't wait. That would be a great addition to any Christmas dinner. So the first thing we're going to do, I have some of our filtered Berkey water here. We're going to wash our cranberries in. When you're fermenting, you always want things very clean. You don't want to add any unwelcome bacteria to your ferment. So that's what we always wash all of our utensils and whatnot really well. I am going to do a double batch. The recipe said you could do either whole cranberries, or you could do crushed or cut up cranberries, which we'll do in our little food processor. So that's what we'll do. Go ahead and wash these first. Oh, they are just beautiful. Make sure we wash those really good. And then we'll strain them with our little strainer here. See if I can do it without making a mess. No guarantees here. Yeah, it looked like that worked fairly well. And we're going to do the same thing with the other batch. Go ahead and wash them up here. These are organic cranberries. I always try to use any ingredients organic. I can't always find them. Like the ginger is not organic, so I'll go ahead and cut the peelings off before we use that. But the cranberries are. I'm going to go over here and go ahead and strain the water off. So we're not going to be using anything to ferment these other than the honey. The recipe calls for a raw honey that has not been processed, because the bacteria in the honey, which is amazing for you, is going to be what ferments this. The first batch that we're going to do, I have to puncture each cranberry with a fork before we put it in our bowl. So we'll go ahead and do that. That allows the honey and all the different flavorings and the fermentation to go ahead and get in here. Some of these have little soft spots, so we're going to go ahead and throw those out. We don't want any cranberries that aren't healthy in there. Anything that might cause them to go bad. And they puncture really easy with a fork. So this could take a few minutes. Well, as I was going through the cranberries and crushing or puncturing them, there were a lot of cranberries that weren't good. They were very mushy. So we're going to go to plan B. We're not going to food process any and make it into relish. We're going to do all whole cranberries. So I'm going to go ahead and complete this and puncture these. I'm guessing there's probably just as many bad ones in there. I don't know for sure, so we'll play it by ear. Whoops, I lost one. Oh, Dulcie got it. Okay, well, we had quite a lot of bad cranberries. We have some left over. We'll figure something out, but for now we're just going to stick to the whole cranberry fermentation. So we're going to go ahead and slice some ginger up. I'm going to go ahead and take some of the peel off since, like I said, it's not organic. Love the smell of ginger. It smells so nice. This was an 8-ounce bag of cranberries and a quart mason jar that we're using. I lost one of the cranberries, and boy, those dogs were over here in no time. And Dulcie won. She got it. Hopefully it doesn't bother her tummy. She's my sensitive tummy girl. Said to use 1 to 3 inches of finely sliced ginger, so that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to go ahead and put this in our jar. Slicing it thin just allows more surface area to infuse. And the next step is to cut our oranges. We're using navel oranges, and we're just going to use the one for now. I went ahead and rolled it to try to release some of the juice, because we're going to squeeze, after we zest it, we're going to squeeze the orange juice and get it in there. So we'll go ahead and zest our orange. A little microplaner. It says you can do it right into the jar. I'm not that good. It goes all over the place. So we'll scoop it up into the jar after we do this. You can hear those little doggies prancing around waiting for more handouts. Can't imagine if I didn't have dogs, so every time I drop something they come and pick it up. It's awesome. Boy, that smells nice. Woo. I'll be nice. One thing you can do, we're going to be filling this with honey. One thing you can do after you've strained the cranberries out and eaten them, you can use that infused honey for salad dressings or in tea or just plain to eat. That just sounds so yummy to me. So you don't have to waste anything. Go ahead and get that in there now. Go ahead and cut our orange and squeeze that in there. I don't know about you guys, but we haven't had much luck in the way of growing citrus in Florida. There's so many diseases, the greening now, that it's just not very successful, which is really sad because when I was a little girl, we always had orange trees and grapefruit trees. We do have one pomelo tree that has been here forever, and it is just so healthy. I don't know if it's resistant to the diseases or what, but it's pretty special. Okay, use those muscles that I don't have very much of. You know what I just did? I used the orange that wasn't zested, but that's okay. This one I'll get used to. Whoopsies. I guess I can't talk and do anything at the same time. I have to focus. I hope you guys had a nice Thanksgiving. We sure did. We had the whole family together. I think we were just missing my son and his fiance up in North Carolina, and then one of our son-in-laws is a firefighter, and he had to work. But I think we had like 23 of us together, and it was a wonderful time. Nothing better than being with family during the holiday times. All right, I think that's gonna do it. And then we're gonna put our cinnamon stick in there. Just have a whole cinnamon stick. I think I'll just wiggle it down the center there. Push some of our ginger down so it gets evenly distributed. All right, we got everything in there. Now we just need to open our honey up. We got that from a local shop here in town, close to town, across the bridge. But they said it was raw, so we're going to trust that. It does not say that on the label. But the manager came out, it was at a feed store, which Kevin was so smart to think to look there. And so we're just going to cover that all the way up with honey. I'm going to try to get all the air out. We don't want any air trapped in there. That lessens the fermentation process. So we'll shake it around and get it all settled in. Well, I think we got everything in the jar here. Our honey's filled up. I am going to use a weight to hold it down because the cranberries tend to float back up to the top, and we don't want any floaters because anything exposed to air could possibly mold. So we're going to put this in our closet where we have a whole beautiful line of ferments. I'm so excited. We have the cabbage that we did this morning, the red cabbage, and I have sauerkraut, I have kombucha. I don't know what else we have in there, but anyway, we're going to add this to it. So we'll go ahead and put our weight on there, leave it in the closet for about a week, possibly longer. They said, the directions said that you could leave it in there for months at a time. The honey just gets more infused and more red and luscious, and actually thins out a little bit. So we'll see. We'll check it in a week and determine whether we want to let it go longer or not, because we can wait till Christmas if we want to. So thanks for coming along today, guys. We really appreciate you. If you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and like us if you're enjoying what we're showing you guys. And hope you have a great Christmas season, and just take a deep breath. Try not to get so busy that you can't enjoy your family, and just the reason that we celebrate the season, Jesus' birth. So if we can try to stay focused on that, I think we'll all be a lot healthier. That's my focus anyway this year. Sure appreciate you. Have a good one. There we go. We got it on there. Our easy fermenter lid. Got the date set on there that it's starting. We'll put it in the closet.